Hello, chat. If that is your real name. Let's go here. Let's put you over here. Alright. Here's our spreadsheet of all the characters that are up for grabs today. And as is usual, I've decided that I keep adjusting the cadence of how things work. It's like, well, I don't want somebody who's been in the last 10 episodes, so it's got to be a rolling 10, right? As opposed to rolling a fatty because it's 420 today, blaze it. I don't partake, but partake responsibly if you do. That being said, so basically my chart here is to determine the last 10 characters. In this case, there's 11 because we did a session 0, so once we're past this initial phase, it'll just be 10 characters. So characters 11 through 20 will be on the, anywho, we'll not have to worry about that extra character. That being said, the way it's going to work, this is session 11, so we subtract 10. Yeah. So basically, if I roll a 33 and get Storm Lost, look, Stormlost doesn't have her onesie on anymore. She's like, why did you pick me up, human? Because I mentioned her name. Oh, she is purring. She's happy. She's very happy right now. I don't know if you can hear her, but I can feel her purring. I can feel the purr. I can also feel her tail flickering, so she's not maybe entirely happy. Are you, Stormlost? Nope, she wants to go. Alright. So, character 0, session 0 was Stormlost, the Tabaxi Storm Singer. Session 1 was Resident Phoenix, the Artie Barty Warlock Party character. So those two are still off the table. No, those two are back on. Those two are back on the table. Basically, those two are back in the pool. And then any of the other characters. Alright, let's do our roll. We are looking at rolling 1d38. And as you can see, yes, you can see that my UI layout form UI is saved in my Azeroth hard drive, and my username is Phoenix, because surprise. So, not revealing anything that you... Okay, the Azeroth thing you probably didn't already know. But speaking of Azeroth, I will be posting a video in the next couple of days. I was going to post like a short tweet list. Not a tweet, it's a repost. It's Blue Sky. We don't do tweets around here anymore. But I was going to do like a 5 or 6 post thread on Blue Sky last night about WoW professions. And then I realized it was going to need more than just 5 or 6. And I'm like, I'm not going to be like that person who recently did the 71 post tweet. No. I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to write a script and make a goddamn video about it, which is what I'm going to do. But for tonight, we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons Online. So, roll 1d38. Fingies crossed. Let's see what we get. 18. Ooh, 18 is Kyrianas, who is my half-elf favored soul. So we could probably actually get to stay here in Lamortia with her. She's fun. Alright, let's switch characters. Let's put this back in the corner. And let's get rid of that. So again, 18 is this character. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, let's make that go away. Bye-bye. And we're going to log out. I do believe Kyrianas is getting towards level 34. I forget where she is. But I have been running her in Lamortia of late. In fact, I used her as the group healer when me, my questing friend, and a few random people decided to run the rares, the purple rares in Lamortia. And so I was just standing back there, heal, close wounds, like everybody. And just keeping everybody topped up and cool. And if anybody died, I rezzed them. Because she has like all of the reses handy. I think she does. Oh, she's in the anniversary. That's fun. So yeah, the anniversary is still not up, but the island is still present. This is like being in the Night Rebels crypt. And you log out there and Night Rebels goes away. Okay, so we have all of our hirelings situated. I got a small augment bag. Alright, our bags are empty. Well, that one's got a couple things. I bet they're bound to me. Alright. Pardon me. And I still have all my loots. Well, I don't need those. I think I was using this for the magical efficiency to take on some rares, like the rares in Myth Draenor. So this character has her full run of things from her full 6 hours of boost. So I could theoretically run her through Myth Draenor and see if I get any cool rares or not. And by the way, oh, look at that. I could have turned that one in. But, well, I couldn't turn it in, but, you know. She's currently using the Shining Reliquary Burning Scepter. And she can, by the way, turn the hell out of undead. Because she has the Exalted Angel tree. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to the bank. The bank, you say? Yes, the bank. Let's go to the Hall of Heroes to start with. Bye, Weaver. Bye, Anniversary Island. There's still somebody here on their thing. Alright. What's your guild name? Questing for the free drinks. No free drinks here, buddy. Back to Stormreach. So I suppose that's a question of what expansion do y'all want to see me play? Because this character can pretty much play any of them, including Lamortia. Though she's not really good at Lamortia. You'll have to check your account. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put these over here. You go in there. You go in there. I'm just gonna hang on to them. I'm weird. I like that. I just like to hang on to things like this. So she did a couple of. This is the character that I actually did Wrath of the Earth on Reaper. And got the gold moat for that, so you get the Gravedigger thing. Oh my gosh. That is probably my favorite. Okay. So this character is using a scepter and an orb. Getting some of that radiance shit going on. Plus the fact that the orb has the mythic shield boost +4. What? Yes. It's a nice little orb. Oh, that's where my Sapphire False Life ran up to. Meridian Fragment. I did not get that from the anniversary because they took that out of the anniversary box, but the Legendary Coalescent Ruby is a good one. And you can't... Well, yes, you actually can't see the whole thing. So, we basically boosted... we put, like, Final Burial and Angelic Wings because we wanted the turn undead stuff. Yeah. Okay. That being said, I'm only 1 action point and probably about 2/3 of the next rank into Level 33. So I got some work to do. I do have XP boosters going, but only like a 10%. Let's crank that up to 30%. Let's crank that up to 30%. There we go. Yeah, we'll do 30%. That'll help. So let's go take a look and see what questing I was doing. So yeah, I've been doing a bunch of the Lemortia stuff and completing things on Elite. Burning down the house. Do, 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 do. So if I'm doing stuff on Epic Elite on Lemortia, I could probably do the new set of quests because they're supposed to be fixed now. To where you should be able to complete them and get legendary loot. That might be fun. Alright, let me do one thing first. Let me roll my daily dice. And only little something something. A little money. And a little bit of XP. So I think we'll go back to Lemortia, and let's continue our adventures there. Got my character. She's so cool. Alright. Lemortia, here we go. We go back to Lemortia. Hi, Nerf. How you doing? Hemophobia. Okay, you don't like blood? I don't judge. Alright, let me go take a look and see where we are on the saga. 7 out of 11, and we've done the 2 side quests. Okay. Trying to send me a whisper? Yeah, they can be a little squirrely. Go on, give me a list of your quests. Why are you not giving me... was my mouse being a butt? Well, let's try this again. Here we go. So, the wish ends and means a minor sacrifice in snowfall and sunlight. So... minor sacrifice might be a little spicy on Elite. Generally, if you want to send a whisper to somebody, send to Stream Elements. Oh, I don't know. I don't reach out to Stream Elements. I'm just petting a cat. Okay. Okay, well, let's go do the wish. I think it would be this one. Yep, that's the wish. I notice I don't have any footprints on this character. That's fine. Okay, which rares haven't I beat up yet? I know I haven't beaten up the Hydra yet. No, I did. The Fangs of Winter. So, which two haven't I beat up yet? The Birdwatcher, okay, Owlbear, Ragged Dandy, the Diver, White Fang. Oh, this one hasn't beaten. Well, why don't I have the experiment listed? Because I know I've beat the experiment. We beat the law. Well, we could just run around and see who we're missing. That being said, let's make everybody active. And let's go find the quest we need to find. I thought I marked it by talking to that guy. Yeah, we're not going back to Schloss Albrecher. Pulstein Mine is the one of the ones we have to do. That's the wish. That's the one we're gonna do. Alright. Holly is here, but lurking. So only gonna be like 2 rares that we could possibly see on the way to where we're going. Eating a pulled pork rice bowl? That sounds delightful. I had slightly too crispy shake it bake chicken today. Okay, the Lost is home. We've already beat him once. Nice, we get a robe. Robes are cool for certain builds. And yes, as you heard, I have the Inquisitive as my sentient jewel on this character. It's still voiced by Keith Silverstein. Is also the same voice actor who did Strahd. Fun fact there. I'll go see if the owlbear is up there, and then we'll head up the hill for our quest. Or maybe not. It's fine. The only downside of having too crunchy... I'm going to actually make my map a little smaller. The only downside of having, like, too crunchy chicken is that it really wreaks havoc on one's teeth. Okay, owlbear is home. The power of the stone meridian. And I got a legendary vest. Sweet. The named loot table. The named loot thing. The Jin's buff has been really sweet so far. Alright, we're doing everything on elite, remember? So this should be spicy. All the buffs. Alright, let's go.
This treacherous mountain path is set to lead to a temple devoted to the dark powers. Dr. Mordenheim came here in the past, and you're determined to find out why. To take this kind of damage.
I have to remember I'm a caster, not a tank.
Consequences.
Yeah, what he said. Alright. You know me, I like exploring everything. I love that. Welcome to your doom. Petting the kitten. She's enjoying not being in her onesie anymore. She rediscovered zoomies today. I honestly think part of it was the fact that the onesie kind of constricted some of her movement. Not much. But like, there was enough pressure on her back legs that she didn't like she could jump up if she wanted to, but I think there was just enough going on there that she was like, oh, I'm not gonna run. Because there's, you know, it doesn't feel like I can run as far or as fast. It was soft cloth and it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't tight or anything. What are we shooting at? like big purple numbers, especially when they're not on me. So this character is way better equipped to deal with all the cold stuff. All the cold attacks and the cold monsters and whatnot. Than my cold druid. Who, you know, when she unleashes a cold spell, she heals things. Big purple numbers. Guy feels like he's stuck in the wall. Hey, Misty Remy's. I think there's nothing in here but that, yeah. Feels like there should be something up here. And there will be in a minute.
The air shimmers as figures take form. It must be one of the visions of the past you were told of.
Here we are. The Sleeping Beast Mountains. Ready to get your wish granted?
If we don't plummet to our deaths in the process.
Oh, buck up, Victra. We might not die.
I merely jest, Elise. How could I let us fail?
That's the spirit.
Your vision of this previous journey up the mountain fades, and then there's a crashing sound as the ice wall collapses.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's fight these guys first. Except the hireling's already rested, so that was fun. We good? Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go back here. looks like a singular room. Oh, hey, it's a little crude altar. So I haven't played these quests enough to know where things are automatically. So it's still exploration time. I do like this cave in that it doesn't feel like a carbon copy cave, right?
An intriguing little bauble.
And a drink with a bobber.
The snow swirls as another vision of Victra and Elise forms.
What will you wish for when we reach the top?
If the legend is true, you mean?
Let's say it is.
The secrets of life and death. The secret of the difference between a pound of flesh and a man who thinks and feels.
That's just your research.
Well, what about you?
How about a lifetime supply of mince pie?
You must be joking.
I am serious. If you grew up like me, you wouldn't doubt it.
So, we have the pursuit of truth and the pursuit of food.
You could wake up one day and all those comforts you're used to be gone.
You'll still be here, at least.
I will be. Always.
A portion of the wall crumbles when the vision ends.
We're not done with the fight down here. And now we are. I wonder, can I turn these guys? Oh, apparently I can. Sweet. Alright, let's have Frago actively find this thing. Get the XP for finding it. Okay. Mini boss
A
fight.
strange clacking sound echoes from the passage ahead.
Hook horse, come here. Oh, there's one over there. Ooh, that was not what I expected. Well, that was fun. Let's redo buffs. Or do anything else. Alright, let's get back to it because there's more fighting to be done down here. Hi. I not tank. Stop asking me to tank. We gonna kite the day away. Well, I mean, it's Froggo, you know.
They lack stamina. Mend yourself.
Oh.
Are making a mess.
Who's gonna get me? Feywild Muse again. Does help when I can just stand back and cast, for real.
Your friends are careless with their lives.
Oh man, Rana is the one who had the aggro afterwards because Rana was doing all the stuff.
The thing crashes to the ground, causing a section of the stone wall to shatter.
There should be a chest in here somewhere. Haha, and a shrine. Very nice.
What lies inside? Let me see.
Alright, everybody shrine now. I'll use a lot of spell points on that. Alright. Giveaway is open for some DDO points. I'm gonna get that out the way. I'm gonna go find my file. What has the points codes in it? There do be. We discussed the dinner. Romaine salad with grilled chicken and raspberry vinaigrette. Sounds tasty. Hi, Isotope. Doot, 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 doot. Big purple numbers.
Welcome to your doom!
I think that's a new lighting thing they have in the game. Because I don't recall it used to going so dark. And stuff like that happen. Oh my god.
Your flesh is weak. Now it's all over the floor.
Oh man. See, these snowballs clearly are the snowballs that, you know, when the snow has, fallen a little bit. Oh, Albrecht is getting his ass kicked. Hold on. And so's Froggo. Oh, Froggo's doing okay. There you go. When it snows and it's nice and fluffy and it doesn't really make for good snowballs, but as soon as that snow starts melting a little bit, just a little bit, then you can craft like super, hard snowballs. And those will do some damage. So I'm kind of thinking these guys are the ones who are just basically snowballs. How things going? Things are going okay. I've got a kitty cat who's no longer wearing her onesie, who's now eeping in her box, and now she's stretched, so I'm tickling her tummy. It's so weird feeling cat who's had their belly shaved because they had surgery. Like, where's all your floof? It'll grow back, of course. Okay, skeletons. Hold on, we're gonna step back here. Hold, get back here. Let's do our buffs. Stormlost. You getting pets? She's very happy to get pets. Alright. Now we're gonna roll in here and just turn the crap out of them. Everybody over here? And we also have... Oh, speaking of fallen. Oof. Well, it's been a while since I actually ever did that. How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. Ow, stop it.
Yourself. Those wounds are making a mess.
This is almost embarrassing. Okay, Rana's got me. Everybody here.
Falls and the walls explode.
Yeah, we got more of course. Oh, we got a whole pile of them.
Next time.
Well, that's fine. I'm right here. This is gonna be fun! Instant death-a-rooney. You should just put points in. Alright, I'm just gonna let the hirelings deal with this. Wow, they're really bad. So what we really need to do is to get them out here, but that ain't happening. So we're just gonna have to go through this as many times as possible. I'm literally gonna have the hirelings just beat them up. Because they're not taking death penalties. But they are basically doing a little bit of damage. Thinking it's that one guy down. Yep, looks like they're doing some damage. Okay, ding 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 ding. This is actually really funny to me. have a cake on my person. I have cakes. Now this is actually funny. I'm highly amused. Alright, I have cakes. I'm gonna cake over here. Can I put the cakes down on the thing? Why are you not doing the things? Put the cakeys down here. Okay, there we go. We're gonna run out. And we're gonna cake way over here. Okay.
We'll never achieve our destiny this way.
All we really needed to do is get it to where we get them, you know, we just have to trim them down. There we go. We're all good. Everybody's fine. I have 5 death things on me. That's fine. We're not going to wait 5 minutes to do all this. We are, however, going to shrine.
Don't tarry too long.
I'm
Our destiny
gonna tarry as
awaits.
long as I damn well please. It only took 1 cake to do it. Yeah, once a couple of those low hit point dudes were down, thus making it fewer people attacking us, then it was a lot easier to finish it out. Alright.
A vision of the past emerges on the ledge in front of you. This can't possibly be the end.
There's no way forward, love.
I will make a way. Stand back. Damn!
It's far too icy up here.
If only I had the right invention.
Come on, let's head home. Next time we'll be better prepared.
Very well. When we come back, the mountain will be at my mercy. When the vision fades, several pillars of ice erupt from the frozen pool below.
Well, we're still gonna fight the things down in the frozen pool because it's fun. Besides, conquest is a thing. Next. Wakey, wakey. Next.
A vision forms over the shattered section of ice. Pondering what Dr. Mordenheim may have found fills you with foreboding.
I like how every monster in the game has its own unique dance. So that one just had a vision. It didn't actually show us what she was, because she came back here alone because Elise had died.
This vision seems more recent. Victor Mordenheim seems older and filled with a grim determination. I'm back, Elise. And this time I'm prepared. Before long, my wish will be granted, and the heart will be finished. Wait for me, my love. I will bring you back to life. The
Because,
vision
you know,
ends
that
with
never goes well in, like,
triggering a switch in the wall,
Edgar
causing
Allan
the
Poe
concealed
stories.
door
I'm
to
just
slide
saying.
open.
Ooh, the kitty is getting pets. And there you got a thing that can take you back and forth across the thing. What the hell?
Friends are careless with their lives. Next time, try to find us some better help.
What's everybody been up to today? I know what Monoslayer is excited about. Because, you know, we both play the other game. And they're debuting their latest housing Rivendell housing.
The first
Fafford!
crystal by the barrier flares to life.
Fafford is working. I'm sorry that you're having to work. I'm gonna blame Scenario for all this mist and fog and shit. I'm sure he had nothing to do with it. Because he doesn't, from my understanding, work on this game. Well, shit. Thank you, Muse.
Next time, try to find us some better help.
Well, that holy fireball went nowhere.
The barrier wavers as the second lever is pulled.
Okay, I think we've got everything cleared out of here. Okay, we did the red one already. Did the yellow one. These caves are legit confusing. Okay, so we still need the last one. They do feel claustrophobic, and I know there are some folks who do have issues with the claustrophobic. Well, that was brave. That was amazing. Got 'em all. It's a good thing I'm not playing this on hardcore league because I'd be fucked. I probably wouldn't be running elite on hardcore league anyway, so. That's not how I roll. Okay. This is the way we came in. So let me reorient myself.
A barrier of solidified darkness blocks the path ahead.
I think this leads us back to, yeah, where we just were. Alrighty, that's fine. So yeah, we got some video points programs. Because for some reason they still give them to me. See, Fable Muse is quick on his stealth reses.
Friends are careless with their lives. Next time, try to find us some better help.
Do 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 do. It's a docent to death block. Not really useful for me.
The final lever is pulled, and the barrier fades.
Alright, Feywild Muse could use some points. However, we might... Don't know if we have any further fights. Oh, we do. Blow 'em up! I love Implosion Aura. It'll make life a lot easier when you nuke half the mobs before they can even get you dead. Okay, that is the end of the quest. Let's make sure we're not missing any side passages, side fights. Because I have a feeling there is another fight that I'm missing. Yeah, see? There's this passageway. Alrighty. Yeah, the stone lion fight.
You hear stone grinding on stone. 2 of the stone lions begin to move. As the last lion falls, the next 2 stone lions start to move.
Ooh. They got nailed.
Chill fills the air as the last statue comes to life.
Yeah, this character really does better if I have an actual tank to draw aggro. But alas, we do not. Ron and I are the only ones who have any spell points left. The Muse is out. Albreath is out. It's fine. Why'd I hit the turn button? I have no idea. So I don't know that WoW video I was talking about writing the script for. I don't know if I'm gonna record it tonight and post it tomorrow. I'm just gonna post the whole thing tomorrow. I do know what I'm doing at noon on Wednesday. No, noon on Thursday. Noon on Thursday. Oh no, that's during the middle of my team meeting at work. God damn it. Well, it's actually our team meeting is at 12:15. But I normally take a quick break before the team meeting, so I'll just take my break then. Oh wait, no, it's not. Is it noon or is it 10 a.m.? I forget. Something starts at 10 and something starts at noon. I think the festival starts at 10. The anniversary festival for the other game, which is 19 years old.
The wall at the end of the hall slides down when the stone lion falls.
Yay! Festival 10 launches noon. Right, on Thursday. I never could get the hang of Thursdays.
Rest now and grow stronger.
So we may be a chance of people pouring into Bree to do the festival, thus causing multiple layers which alleviates congestion in the broker. A girl can dream. Yeah, there's gonna be layers coming out. I think I'm not gonna lean over and close the window. Hold on a moment. It's a little bit chilly outside. I got to have my warm kitty cat to warm me back up. Stormlust. No more onesie for Stormlust. Like, when I took the onesie off her yesterday, she spent like an hour just grooming her fur. All the fur that she couldn't get to for the last couple weeks. Stormlust. Storm Nest. Look at this fuzzy butt. My plan is to log in as soon as I get on the clock at work and just look over at the character and jiggle the mouse every once in a while. But log her in at like 9, so I'm already there by the time everybody else starts piling in debris. Big fuzzy butt. She is such a big floof. I think we might actually be done. I don't think I'll need... Technically, I don't think I needed a shrine, but... Yeah. Wait, did we open the chest? Yeah, we didn't get anything out of it, that's why. Okay, so that leads back out of the doorway. So we're gonna go back down here. You're flicking your tail, cat. Yes, you're flicking your tail. Oh, we have one last flight to go. I think.
As you approach, the 2 amber golems begin to move.
No, let's do this. This will be fun. Oh man, they're immune to turns undead? That's hilarious. You know the tooltip said that should have worked on them. Pints Tobias! Tobias has 2 toes. Why did I do that? I don't know. I finally got a Gibber's Blade on my very first, for the first time. And it's because somebody, I was running, the last time I ran Gibber's with Voodoo, somebody in the party must have already had one. It's because they passed it to me. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? I thought everybody in the party was supposed to have was not supposed to have a Gibber's, except Voodoo. So now my off main, my 2-handed paladin, Kyriana, has the jibs. Hi! Pay attention to my hirelings. I'm just over here causing, you know, a little bit. Are you immune to snow? No, you're not immune to snow. That's good. That's good. That's fine. I'm gonna holy smite you! Well, it's Froggo. He lacks many things. Actually, I'm gonna put this over here. Put this down here. Do I not have Undeath to Death on this character? Wow, surprisingly I don't. I think I took spell pen mass or spell resistance mass in place of that. Hold on.
Next time, try to find us some better help.
So, Monslayer, you obviously know who this voice actor sounds like, the one who's doing my sentient jewel. Does he not sound like Ares in the Wily? I don't think it's the same voice actor. But it'd be funny if it was. Especially since they couldn't afford him again. Like if they needed to bring that character back, they would have to recast him. Because the voice actor, he's kind of important if it is who I think it is. Well, the one here in DDO, this was before he became famous in voice acting circles and more expensive because he's in the cast of Overwatch. He plays Torbjorn. And I've actually met him at BlizzCon a couple times. He's pretty cool. But this was before I knew that he was Strahd, because this is before Ravenloft came out. So there's all that little problem. It would have been cool to meet like the OG voice actors before they got big and famous, like Travis Willingham, Gideon Emery, who's the Cainith Crystal DM from Korthos. Though I hope that at some point Standing Stone can actually find out who did the OG Dungeon Master voice that everybody is like, we don't know who it is.
Opening the way forward. In this vision, Victor Mordenheim is speaking to some kind of unseen entity. She seems quite upset. Dark powers, I beseech you. Give me the answer to restoring life. I bring you this heart. It is incomplete. It cannot save her. Grant me the power of creation. I see. I understand now. I know what must be done. A thick snow begins to fall and the temperature plummets. You've seen how Victra's bargain with the Dark Powers gave her the ability to craft the unbreakable heart. And how the endless winter started immediately.
No good loot out of this.
It's time to return to the city and think about how to stop Dr. Mordenheim.
Dun 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 dun. We are, however, not going to go back to the city immediately. We are going to go to Pushteen Mine and do that quest. Ding 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 ding. Okay. Let's do a quick half run o' the rares. Because we have two more quests to do. One is Pushteen Mine and the other is the finale of the thing. Okay, you're not home. Alright. I'm gonna ignore you. Excuse me. So there's a little fun discussion today in the DDO Discord, the official one, about somebody in the server said, they should take 6 months and just do nothing but bug fixes. And I explained why that was a very bad idea. Because we all acknowledge that the game has many bugs. And some have been sitting around for many years. That sounds like a hag from Ravenloft, and I'm here for it. Sounds hype? No. Yeah, and the thing is, you have to think about it from the wider perspective. Would it be nice to have a focused 6 months of bug fixes? Yes. Would the game survive it? Probably not. And here's why. Number one, what is everybody going to be doing when this, let's say 6 months. Let's say 6 months period, the devs will do absolutely nothing except fix bugs. Okay. What about all the devs who don't actually fix bugs? It's not part of their job. It's not what they do. What do they do for 6 months? Do they sit on their thumbs, do nothing, and get paid for it? Yeah, nobody's going to love that. Most likely, they would go on fun employment. Unemployment is never fun. Speaking from experience. And so then you have to think, well, even at a big studio like Blizzard or Bethesda or Square Enix, they have dedicated teams who can work in parallel with the creatives. So if you want them to double down on QA, which every game should have awesome QA and have dedicated QA people and not lay those people off at the drop of a hat. Blizzard, I'm looking at you. Bethesda, I'm looking at every studio except Standing Stone, I'm looking at you. So what do all your non-QA people do? Now, QA people don't fix bugs, at least not in Standing Stone Land. In Standing Stone Land, what QA does is identify the bugs, get a repo of it to find out what the fuck is actually causing the bug, and then they shift that, they refer that to the dev who's going to fix the bug, and actually get into the code to make shit work right. Sometimes part of the bug fixing problem is, the hardest part is finding the repro of the issue. I'm thinking of Repo, the genetic opera for 5 seconds. I don't know why. But mainly because it's a goddamn great song. That song is a banger. Anyhow. So if you can't find what's causing the problem, you can't fix the problem. Okay? And so we still have the issue, what do people do when you have these people over here fixing bugs? And what does the rest of the company do? They just twiddle their thumbs for 6 months? No. Well, you can say, well, the art team could still make art. Art and animation and rigging still has to be tested, still has to be bug fixed, still has to be checked for bugs. And so that's half of the issue. And included in that is, okay, if you're in a smaller studio like Standing Stone, the people who fix bugs are also the same people who make content. Right? I'm not going to name names. You all know who they are. The folks who make quests are also the folks who fix bugs, other than big honkin' engineering shit, which requires big honkin' engineering things, and generally Severlin himself actually working on the code. I've seen him do it in person. I've seen him in his office back when they still had a big office, and Jerry knocked on his door to introduce me to him, and he was busy with his hands in the actual code. So, because he used to be a quest designer, he used to be a system designer, he used to be an engineer. So, he's a code monkey. Oh yes, I'm petting the cat again, and she's like, ah. So, let's say you have the small Standing Stone size studio. A lot of alliteration there, and I feel very Tolkienian about it. So while you're content people are spending all of their time fixing bugs, who's making the content? So you also have to think this content needs to go through the iteration process. Let's say the content takes 6 months as well, right? So you start your top of the year, let's say January. Start in January, and nobody is making new content until, they're not going to be free to start doing new content until July. So you got January, February, March, April, May, June. No content. Okay. Well, now you can start making content. Well, how the fucking soon are you going to get that content? December. Let's say your content takes 6 months to make. It doesn't. So the request that we're having here, even for just 6 months of dedicated nothing but bug fixes for a small studio, means you're not getting new content for that until a whole year after the whole focus started. And the second half of this whole issue is why this is anathema to dev studios. You never want your shareholders, your C-suite executives, your player base, the wider gaming public, or any of the freaking gaming press sites to get wind and attach the words maintenance mode to your game. Why? Because money. It's all about the money. Hate to say it, even for a free-to-play game, it's about the money because the shareholders want that trickle of money no matter what. They want to milk the cash cow. We know this. It's not necessarily we want to get all of the players' money. In some cases, they don't give a shit about us players necessarily. But in order to keep the shareholders from getting a little nervous and the C-suite executives from getting a little nervous that this game isn't bringing in some cash, if they think the well has dried up, this is when they do this to your game, and then nobody has a job, and then nobody has a game to play. See also the raging dumpster fire that is the rest of the gaming industry. So for players who don't currently play DDO, they're not going to come play DDO for the last hurrah if, it ever comes a day, well, DDO is going to be going away on such and such a day. Nobody's going to come play it. So if your game is considered to be in maintenance mode, you're not getting any new players. You're going to have to turn off the money saying, okay, we can't charge anybody for anything because we're going away. So sorry. So you don't want gaming in general, people who don't know shit about anything about DDO, who just hear that, oh yeah, there was a Dungeons & Dragons game, but nobody, I heard it's going away. I heard it's gone. I'm not gonna waste my time on that. And so that's where some of that mentality. And once the gaming press gets a hold of it, as much as I love the folks at MMORPG and sort of kind of like the folks at Massively, and only because they love to scrape my content back when I made content regularly for another site, Justin Olivetti, I'm looking at you. Once gaming press gets onto it and has decided your game is in maintenance mode, you're doomed. You're going away. You're bye-bye time. So it turns into a death spiral for the game. It really is very difficult to recover.
This is supposed to be a working mine, yet judging from the bones littering the floor,
Are we gonna get a hulking creature?
on the ground, something has gone terribly wrong.
And so that's a wider explanation of the much more polite and less verbose comment I made in Discord.
An amplified voice calls out to you as you enter. Take care, stranger. This mine has become a place of deadly peril. Come speak with me in my office, and I will tell you the tale.
Yeah, you aren't really a nice guy, are you?
The overseer explains that he needs 2 ores from the mine to find the unbreakable heart.
2 oars to paddle the boat.
Problem being that the mine has been overrun with hostile monstrosities. Use the speaking devices found throughout the mine. They lower the barriers that keep the mine sealed and the creatures contained.
So ultimately, what Standing Stone can do is what they have been doing is they work on bugs when they have an opportunity. But they still need to focus on making new content to keep the shareholders from getting nervous. To keep EG7 from getting nervous. They want to think that their game is still making money. And it is. It really is. But they can't have a situation where they think that the investment is no longer worth it. Because they're going to cut their losses, and that means cutting out the entire dev team. Just not limited, bro. Like how SG never goes under, he won't have a career. The irony is, I think I was in the same kinship with him for a while. Because I think he does have a character in the Lonely Mountain Band. I mean, there's folks at Massively that I like a lot. Like MJ, I've met her in real life. She's my homie. She's a sweetheart. But one time I kind of got a little bit out of shape about something they did. Is they wrote an article about Marvel Heroes, and they mentioned then Marvel Heroes head honcho, David Brevik, who, full disclosure, is a friend of mine. Him and his wife, Devo. Notice that I actually say her name because Bree Royce, the editor-in-chief of Massively, once did an article about... Maybe I should pay attention to the game. Just for a little bit. Let's wait until after the fight. Hold, please. So, yeah, my gripe with Massively is mainly scraping my content, and you know, Justin gets paid for writing his articles. Well, I don't get paid. I never got paid for writing my articles for another site. These are fun. Radioactive oozes. I do like this expansion for coming up, for bringing in new styles of oozes that we didn't have before. Radioactive oozes. And we have the snow oozes, the snow poltergeists. You know, the dishes that will kick your damn ass. The domestic poltergeists are funny until you die to them. Alright, I got most of this fight sorted. Alright, so they wrote an article about Marvel Heroes. At the time, David Brevik was in charge of it. The name might be familiar. He was the lead head honcho of Diablo. Yeah, the OG Diablo. When he worked at, I think it was, what, was it Condor? And then they renamed it to Blizzard North when Blizzard bought them out. Or when they sold to Blizzard. Anyway, in the article, they quoted David and quoted him by name. And then they quoted Devo, his wife, but mentioned her as his wife. I basically pitched a fit at MJ about it, and she said, "Oh man, Bree feels really bad about that. She didn't even know." Yep. Well, even Bree can mess up, but I have decent respect for Bree. The other boys, I don't know. I met Shadow, the guy who used to do a lot of the SWTOR stuff for Massively. I used to do the SWTOR stuff for MMORPG until somebody else decided they wanted to do it, and then I don't know. And at the time, what was really funny is I could not get then managing editor Bill Murphy to let me do a Lotro column. He said there was no money in it, and like nobody would read it. And this is when Lotro was in a little bit of a slump, let's be honest. So they were kind of thinking that maybe Lotro didn't have a future at that time, and let's just say that was, I think that was in the post-Rohan, pre-Mordor era when Gondor was a thing. Oh, can we get this? Yoink. And then one of the full-time staffers at MLRPG wanted to do the Star Wars column, the Soldier column, and so they kind of phased me out of it. Alrighty.
This speaking device is shielded. As you examine it,
This is so sad in
an
here.
unfamiliar voice calls to you from the west. Fortunately, it's an ordinary woman, and not one of the strange creatures. You hear a piercing cry from behind the door that just closed. You don't want to think about what that might mean.
No. Well, at least we're not getting the hulking creature bug anymore. At least not on this run.
Friends are careless with their lives. Stand in my way. Suffer the consequences.
Dun, 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 dun. These spitters suck! They're not necessarily tough, but their range shit is not fun. Alright, time to do a jumpy puzzle.
Intriguing little bauble.
Random gen loot. This is where it gets a little spicy because you don't want to aggro that group down below. Or have that happen.
This is where your corpse and my destiny part ways. They lack stamina.
Seriously?
Flesh is weak. Now it's all over the floor.
I don't think I've heard that line recently. Your flesh is weak and now it's all over the floor. Okay.
Welcome to your doom.
Alright, before we do that room, we're gonna go back here and do this one.
You hear something behind this door. As you listen more closely, you can barely make out some people calling for help far in the distance.
Too bad. And I had such high hopes for you.
Rana's got me. Oh no, Rana's dead. Let me res her. Was I not able to res her? Oh crap. Let's see, can the Muse get me? Or can Albreth get me? One of you two boys hook me up here.
This will not do.
Okay, we're gonna have to cake ourselves. No. Come on, Albreth. Hook me up.
Try to find us some better help.
Wow, he's not resing nobody. Come on, Albreth. Fine, nuke this guy into the ground. But the Muse is just gone. He's gone a little bit. He's gone a little bit dead. Well, stop hitting me. Muse is gonna go downtown as well. That's okay. We're gonna do something fun. I'm gonna go use another cake. I'm gonna use a cakey.
Horrifying.
Alright. Now watch this. This will be fun. Res me, res everybody else. There we go. Got him. Do I even need... No, I don't even need plat on this character. Not that you ever really need plat on any character. Oh, well, shit. That went well. Let's see if I can get somebody to use the freaking thing. Okay, Rana's got me. Oh, the door's locked. That's why. Ah. Okay, Rana. Save yourself.
Next time, pay closer attention to my instructions.
Alright. That's fine for now. That's fine for now. Alright. They're over here. And... oh.
Finally, let's get back to it, shall we?
Well, I got the spitter dead, so that was useful.
Back in one piece, are we? Then let's continue.
There we go. Oof.
The people locked inside these cells beg for you to free them.
Wounds are making a mess.
Been nice if I could have jumped up there and just shot them from above. Got them all.
The cell doors unlock, and the survivors make their way back to the exit.
Give me some loot!
What lies inside? Let me see.
Oh, be disappointed with it like I am. Alright, let me rest heal. Albrecht has not enough points to do Spell Ward Mass or Death Ward Mass, so I'll do it myself for once. Don't forget, exclamation, not exclamation anything, just the word points. Just plain old points. In chat. To get into the giveaway. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have the Hire's Shrine. I'm gonna not shrine. And I am going to park them up here. Stay out of trouble, y'all. Time for
A corrosive liquid fills
a
the
beautiful
bottom of this
jumpy puzzle.
large chamber, which seems to have partially collapsed. You spy an unusual mineral formation down below.
Is it what you're looking for? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, we're going in the acid. Oh. Yeah, y'all just stay down there. Stay down there. Stay down there. Oh, I'm liking this. Justice reigns from above. Oh, I was not expecting that. Suffer the consequences. This is brilliant. I think I got them all. Hell yeah.
You recovered some Victranium ore, one of the minerals the
Why is there a
Overseer
door there?
asked you to find.
What does it say door? Okay. Why do I have the door tagged? I don't know. Well, now I don't. Alrighty. Now we do. Whoop. So this could be a spicy room if they ever do a hardcore season again. Alright, now I'm going to use the shrine.
Don't tarry too long. Our destiny awaits.
So the higher stayed out of trouble. And I cheesed that fight so much. That was funny. That was actually stupidly funny. You know what? I forgot to put DDO Creator in the video hashtag. Oh well. When I post it up for Standing Stone and Daybreak to see, it will have the DDO Creator hashtag in there somewhere. Oh, are you fuzzy? You are very fuzzy. Yes, you are, my kitten. Oh. She was having fun racing around the house today. She was such a fuzzy butt. Alright, now we go back up to this other room. Oh, hey, these guys come back. Well, that was not good. You stop shooting people! Including me!
Too bad. And I had such high hopes for you.
Well, that was fun. Get my buffs back. Yeah, this character really does work a lot better when somebody else can tank. Well, that missed. I was looking for these guys, because these guys need to die first. Oh man, I hate these guys. So am I! I'm careless with my life too. Okay, that's the one I need to die. That one needs to die first. Got him.
Peace, are we? Then let's continue.
Howdy, Hawkruffle.
The hulking creature falls. The nearby speaking device is now safe to use.
Yeah, this is the only time we're gonna hear that. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh my god, seriously?
She's weak. Now it's all over the floor.
Rawr. Not back here. It feels like there should be. I mean, it's got that flat on the map. It just looks like there should be something there. That normally, they'd be like, there's a hidden wall here. But Froggo's not detecting it, so... Yeah, there ain't nothing here.
Mend yourself. Those wounds are making a mess.
It's nice of the other guys down the hallway to not run up here and kick our asses at the same time. Hellball to the face. Ooh, free chest.
Say what secrets this contains.
Good pile of Remy's. Okay, here's the other thing that we need. There's you. Alright. Let me go. Got 'em all. Oof.
You have recovered a
Oh
sample
my
of
God.
Elysium, one of the 2 types of ore the Overseer needs.
Oh, Voodoo was right. So, if you... Oh, you dumbasses, get back here.
Enemies are destined to fall.
Alrighty. Okay. Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out! Now. We're gonna run around and kite, doo-dah, doo-dah. We're gonna stay around to fight all the doo-dah day. On. Oh yeah, you guys just keep him occupied. Oh man, no chest from him? What a dork. Yeah, everybody shrine.
Don't tarry too long.
Everybody shrine now. Do, 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 do. Alrighty. Oh, big stretch. Got a buff counting down that I will not be able to get back for another year. And I'm pausing to pet the cat. Big stretch. And I noticed that 2 of my boys did not bother to shrine. Like dumbasses. So what's the other news of the day? Want to give a shout out to Axel and Nomad Dog, who both streamed the Dilemma Ender Memorial Raid Fest over the weekend. Dilemma Ender was a longtime supporter of DDO and the stream community, and he unfortunately passed away recently, and unexpectedly, I believe. And so the boys were honoring their friend, as one should. Alright. We still got some work to do here. why you biting my finger? Alright.
Your friends are careless with their lives. Next time, try to find us some better help.
The Overseer steps forward, eager for you to give him the minerals so he can activate his device. The Overseer says he's going to take credit for cleaning out the mine and finding the unbreakable heart. He just has to take care of one loose end first. You.
It would take you all night to buff out the debt I just received.
Yeah, these guys this is a much easier fight than the Crushers were. The mutates were definitely more difficult. This guy's a pushover compared to them.
Now that you've dealt with the Overseer, you can use his device to track down the unbreakable heart. It's in the laboratory up ahead.
Alright, let's find the little clicky thing. There. Oh, there it is.
The two pieces of ore,
Fate has
the
sent us
device
down this
whirs to
path.
life,
Now
then
let's
marks the
explore it.
location of the unbreakable heart on the map. It's a place to the north, known as the Isles of Agony. With this information, you can now track down Elise
Nice.
and enlist her help against Dr. Mordenheim.
Alrighty, let's get out of here. We're gonna go back to town. And we are going to clear our bags. However, we're going to take a circuitous route to get back to town. I do wish they'd been able to add the Vistani content they originally wanted for this expansion, and it would have been nice. It would have been nice. Wow, none of the rares are up. Let's see if the diver is home. Then we'll go back to town. He is not home. I could, of course, get a whole bunch of XP by discovering all both of the sets of journals, but I'm not too fussed about it. Alright, let's turn in our quests. Wait, okay, they did not name their character Tech Bro. I'd have been like, what? Okay.
Naturally, we were destined to succeed.
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of good for a Blade Forge Paladin. Alright. So now we just have the final quest in the... Wait, 9 out of 11? What? Ends and means? I have to return to Schlossalbrecher? Oh, apparently I did forget a quest. Well, damn it. Alright, I guess we're doing 2 quests. 2 more quests tonight! I think I'll have... Oh, okay. I think I'll actually have a better chance at completing... the Etten fight in the last quest of the expansion, for sure. What I might do, though, depending on exactly when or how long it takes me to get to the end of this quest that I forgot. Why do I have that? Because this character doesn't need it. I need the orb. Well, I don't... I mean, the orb's way better. Okay. Let's see how long it takes us, because I only have about half an hour, so I'm not going to be able to get both quests done in half an hour. Because I'm not cool like that. Let's reset. And let's go. Let's go. I was wondering why that door was yellow. Was that... Did I? I thought I already did that quest. And I had not. So these being level 36 quests, the fact that I'm able to complete them on Epic Elite, and with a bit of use of cakes and shenanigans with hires and, you know, And actually, you know what? Let's go see if he's home this time. He's still not home. Oh, damn it. Well, we're gonna ignore the duelists because they're kind of rough. At level 33, this character's level 33, so she's not at level cap. She's not wearing level cap gear. She's not even wearing really great gear to begin with. So I'm actually kind of happy with this particular, but do we have to fight the Etten? No, we don't. We don't.
You get a sinking feeling as you once again enter the caves beneath Schloss Albrecher. The servitors that had once been kept safely behind the electrical barriers now wander the caves freely, thanks to you lowering the barriers during your escape. You'll need to make your way past them, or through them.
Yourself. Wounds are making a mess.
You okay back there? Alright. I need to start remembering to use the hirelings as aggro critters. Send them in first to get aggro, and then I get to stand back and cast. Shrine here. This is the door we couldn't get past
It looks
before.
like this door opened when you cut the power to the rest of the cavern. Now you can finally discover what lies beyond. There's a monster behind this door. Why are there always monsters behind these doors?
Hey guys. He keeps taking away my charisma. A lot nicer when I can just stand back and cast for sure.
Who can say what secrets
Ooh.
this contains?
I think I already have those already. I think I got the heroic one actually. Nox Magnus! Welcome to the party. You have returned. So you have. We have a points giveaway going on right now. Just put the word points in chat. And you... Holy crap, you did the sub! First time subby sub? Sweet. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. Oh crap! I lost out on Misty Remy's because I was fighting too long. I didn't actually go pick them up. Well... Finishing Salt Marsh and taking 6? Hell yeah! I've done that before. Go this way. I'm not gonna hit her. She toast.
Stand in my way. Suffer the consequences.
My chemical servitor romance. It's kind of gross. Give me those Remy's. Good evening, Matt. How you doing? So many guild joke. Wonder what will happen when you're a barbarian outpacing your main, or 64 to 64 becoming available. Ooh. I actually know what their plans are for 64 to 64. What they want to, what their timeline is that they want to accomplish. What they're gonna make it is another question. And since I had specifically asked off the record, I can't tell you what he said. And he, by in this case, being Seb. I asked Seb, what's going on? Okay. I asked them what their plans were. Okay, we need to... Alright, we just need the Gandalf route. Who knows, it is a challenge. It is. I mean, the number one thing they were concerned about, and they've said this openly, right, is that they're concerned... They don't want to cause a situation what happened when the initial 32 to 64 transfers happened, where some characters got stuck. They don't want to have to, you know, they're trying to dig out the backlog for the CSQ.
Tarry too long.
And by having a whole nother pile of transfers screwing up isn't gonna help. Now the thing is, I haven't seen any notes anywhere. So I'm a little bit baffled about that. Now, I have done these quests before, but I haven't done them enough to know them back to front, like I do a lot of other quests. I've done absolutely zero Victranium crafting, because I don't even know. So, oh, I need to turn the switch. Durr. So they need to ensure they don't cause that again. But if they can manage to get things to work right... I saw somebody posting a thing saying, oh, they're not going to do it until the 32 to 64-bit transfers are complete. And I'm like, they're not going to wait till October 2027. Hell, no, it's not. No, don't even go down that path. Not sure if the person who said that was being serious or they thought, you know, they were trying to be a smartass. I don't care. They're not going to wait that long. People aren't going to wait that long because the EU people who want to go from Cormyr to Moonsea.
That's strange. The body of the giant flesh construct you fought here is nowhere to be seen.
Saw something about issues with cosmetics moving over properly and pack. Well, see, the thing is, they've done some work to fix the whole thing about your pets and your stable not transferring. So if you go to, for example, the Year of the Dragon vendor down in the basement of the Hall of Heroes, you want your Chonky Boy. You'll be able to get your Chonky Boy now. And you can do that for any of the vendors that have, you know, a limited time granted pet or mount. So you can now get them.
At last,
Okay, here's the notes.
you find yourself staring up at a familiar hole in the ceiling. It's the one you fell down not too long ago.
Okay.
You learn that Dr. Mordenheim has figured out how to find the unbreakable heart. It involves Holstein mine in some way.
Well, we already know that because we already dealt with that. We're doing quests out of order. It happens.
An intriguing little bauble.
So we will see. I'm sure they're going to get it done sooner than later, though. That's just my theory.
The elevator takes you to the upper floor of Schloss Albrecher, which houses the Baron's private residence. He must be somewhere nearby.
He is, but not in the way you
doors
think.
here are boarded up and sealed, save for one at the end of the hall.
We're breaking his stuff.
Splendid.
Reading Sumstrom's bar pure build, not sure of typo, but pretty sure you can't take improved crit slashing unless about. That might have changed. It also depends on how old the build was. But I think it are you looking at his beginner basic one? The recent one that he did? U41, okay. Well, we're in U79, so it's been a while. That's an old build. For me, what's always fun is trying to figure out Epic Destinies, because for the builds that are old enough that were beyond the old system, it's like,
Turns out that the Baron was seriously injured in a shipwreck, which explains why he's never seen in public. Dr. Mordenheim has been helping him recover. From a distance, this bookshelf seems to be like any other. Looking closer, you're not so sure.
I don't believe
Most of these books look like they're glued in place, save for one. The telltale sign of a hidden door.
It's a bad issue.
This once comfortable bedroom has been converted to a laboratory. The nearby walls torn down to make more room for scientific equipment. Judging by her reaction, the equipment's operator wasn't expecting guests.
Yeah, two can play the spellcasting game, lady. I always want to break these things. See what was wrong is he has improved crit slash for level 9. Forgot to forego completion as well. Okay. Onward. I do like this lighting effect. This is really cool.
You enter the room ready to confront the Baron in person. At first, it appears to be empty. Then you spot a laboratory jar containing a brain, and you come to a sudden, sickening realization. Ah, heroes! I should have known that you'd return.
Did I miss a note somewhere?
This time, we meet in person. I must admit I'm loath to entertain guests in a state such as, well, this. Very few have seen their stalwart leader in this form, aside from Dr. Mordenheim and her associates, of course. Speaking of Dr. Mordenheim, I'm afraid she has asked me to deliver a rather grave prescription if I saw you again. But you mustn't worry. I won't make you suffer any more than necessary.
They lack stamina. Mend yourself. Those wounds are making a mess.
Alright, we need to get back upstairs and get Albrecht back up. There he goes. Rana's got him. How about healing himself?
Next time, try to find us some better help.
He keeps getting stuck, near the other body. Okay, body number 2, let's go.
Careless with their lives.
My new form has its challenges, I admit. Yet it also has certain advantages.
Horrifying. Pathetic.
For some reason, he kind of goes brain dead when he's close to the other bodies. And I'm fine with that.
Oh, this will not do.
Why are you doing this? Do you want Lamonia to starve?
This will not do.
Big swooshes. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's not running around way more than he is. I mean, makes my life a lot easier. Makes Rana's life a lot easier because she can just cast mass heals on everybody. Just rejuve everybody.
The Baron has run out of usable bodies. Now there's nothing left of him but a brain pulsing feebly on the floor. He's paid
Nothing
the
really good
price
for that
helping
one.
Dr. Mordenheim with her murderous scheme. Time
How much
to move
XP am I
on to
losing for not
finding
getting
the
that last
unbreakable
note?
heart.
Not a huge heckin' lot. I'm not gonna worry about it. Because it's not in this room, so it's clearly somewhere else that I missed it. I'll do a quick run back through these rooms and see if maybe I forgot something. Because there was a note in here and over here on this table. There's one over here on this table. There was the one that was in the secret room. Back here. Oh man, I forgot breakables. Not that they help me now. No, we got the one here. Oh man. Oh well. Let's do the giveaway. And then I might actually just go back to Town Hall and just skip the last quest in terms of doing the quest and just turning in the saga. Because, you know, I can skip quests as a VIP. So if I skip the last quest, then I can get my saga reward, and then I just go back and do the quest later. Because it's already 11:30. VIP is stupid useful for this. Oh, here's the diver.
Welcome to your doom!
Nothing really good. Alas. We still have 3.5 hours of the loot boost. The named loot buff from the anniversary, so we can hang on to that. How do you enter the giveaway? Just put the word points in chat. Nothing fancy. Well, see, the anniversary event ended, yes, but if you already had the buff on your characters up here, the buff stayed on. So, what I did is I took all of my characters to the Djinn and picked up his boost. And so they started their questing with a 6-hour boost.
Fate has sent us down this path. Now let's explore it.
Okay. Hold on. Somebody called their character Keanu. Okay, so we just have the last quest to do. And I'm going to skip it as a VIP. And now I can turn in the saga. And because I did everything else on Elite anyway. Yes! Okay, so we've got the Greater Offering of the Dark Powers, the Offering of the Dark Powers, a couple of Victranium picks, curse cards, crafting mats, and XP. I'm real tempted to get the XP one, but I can get XP just by playing the damn game. So, Greater Offering to the Dark Powers. It looks a bit like me. Oh, okay. No rare solar aug, I know, right? But I did actually get a nice solar aug earlier tonight, so that was pretty cool. The wisdom one. Alright, we'll take this.
Naturally, we were destined to succeed.
Repair our shit. Alright, keeping that. Ditching the rest of this crap. Yeah, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, we picked up these. This is the big one right here. So that was nice. Everybody's hanging out tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. If my cat was here, I would bring the cat on stream again for the like 5 billionth time. And she would protest. She's like, I want to be on camera. And I'd be like, too damn bad. Get a few more hit points. I'm down for that. Okay, let's go to the bank. Clear our stuff out. Flame Frost is still there at the bank. He was there when we... Oops, wrong button. Wrong button twice. Okay, so first of all, I need to get these out of there. Alright. And that goes in there. This stays with me. Oh, wait. I left the gem bag, or the main dimensional augment bag on the other character named Gemstone. So I'm going to throw these in the vault for now, into the bank, and I will have Gemstone get them out of there. So the question is, what dark gift should I get? Let me go look at the wiki. And that's what we can do for our final thing here is I can use my greater offering. We need to decide which one we want to use. Greater offering. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. Okay. Saga and rewards. Use at the Shrine of the Mists. Oh, I need to get the basic dark gift first. Well, I'm a dumbass, so we're not doing anything with that tonight, I guess. Alright, we'll just forget about that for now. Ponce? Blanec is talking about bridges. Alright. So, we're just gonna chuck this in here for now. Okay. Because I don't have the lesser gift in here. No. Alright. I still have some Roonies from when this character used to be a caster already, and now she's a caster favorite soul. Alright. Let's do our giveaway. We have how many point codes? I have 4 point codes. How many days am I streaming DDO for the rest of the month? Twice. So we'll do one on Sunday and one on Monday next week. And we'll do 2 tonight. Good luck, everybody. Isotope. And Hawk. Hawk gets one. Alrighty. Let me get my user list. Whisper. The Isotope. We'll get Isotope one of these. By the way, I really adore the spelling of Isotope. Once I realized what it was, I was like, oh, that's clever. Alright. Code number 1 out of the way. Boop. Now we do code number 2. Code monkey dee 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 dee. Code monkey dee 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 ba da ba da ba ba da da ba 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 bum ba da 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 dum ba 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 da 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 dum ba da dum. Oh, I just realized that code actually had almost had a curse word in it. It was just missing the C. But I did not generate the codes. I apologize if you pronounce it like the F word. F word without a C. There we go. Alrighty. So that gets us to our 3 hours and then some. So this character still has to do the last quest of the chain if I want any loot from it. Any loot. Let me see. By the by. What really cool loot comes from that quest? Lamordia Mystic Cloak. I think I got the Downcast Cowl out of it out of the last time I played that. Frostforge's Large Shield. That's kind of nice. So there's a pair of gloves, which would be good for a divine caster. Strength of Purpose is also good. Legendary Downcast Cowl. It's got a moonslot on it. Okay. Force Absorption, Magical Sheltering on another cloak. The Experiment, Conjuration Focus, Spell Pen. Then the Large Shield, which apparently is pretty damn nice. Anything that's got guard breaking on it is really pretty nice. Insightful Physical Sheltering, guard breaking, plus 15 to Lamordia slots, to regular slots, and then the Heart Shard. The Heart Shard is the one that I want, that everybody wants, because it gives you 15% bonus to maximum hit points. And that would be the one that would be worth re-rolling a chest once or twice. I am not a big fan of re-rolling chests. I think I've only deliberately re-rolled chests like twice in my entire DDO career. Any other time I re-rolled it was totally an accident. It's a nice drop at rare and in a very long quest, yeah. That would be kind of why I would do a reroll. That way I wouldn't have to do the damn quest again. But that's about it. Anywho, there are DDO streamers all over the damn place. We're thick as thieves now. Some of us are thieves. In that we are rogue types, arcane trickster types, dark hunters. Anybody can open doors and disable traps and shit. Anyhow, I'm going to get out of here. My next stream will be Thursday. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to play Locho or DDO or maybe something else. I do plan on doing a video specifically about World of Warcraft professions. Because I had a thought that it was originally going to be, I'm just going to write like a 5 or 6 or 7 post thread on Blue Sky. And then I realized I had a way more to say. So I wrote a whole ass thing. And so I'm not going to stream it. It's not going to take as long as a stream. But I am going to record it and post it to my YouTube channel. And I do post all my videos to YouTube afterwards for the most part. Do a little cleanup, post them there. And of course this one gets a cute cover image, a thumbnail that will have the episode number, the session number, session 11. It goes to 11. And the character name, and the character class. So it'll be like, session 11, Kyrianas Phoenix, favorite soul, something like that. Oh, hi. Oh. I was trying to trick Stormlost into coming over and visiting. Stormlost, what are you doing? She jumped up on the back of the chair that's like right here. And so I was going to spin the chair around so the back was closer to me. But she got a little, it's like, I don't want to be there. So she jumped off the chair. Anyhow, she's a floof. I love the floof. She's a cute kitty. Anywho, thanks for watching, and thanks for any follows this evening. And again, yeah, I'll be back on Thursday with more streaming, either DDO or Locho. Locho anniversary. We might do some anniversary depending on what the rewards are. And also, anniversary is good for leveling. And also, keep in mind, May 2nd, we're doing a special Extra Life charity live stream. I'm going to raise money for Extra Life while doing the Locho anniversary scavenger hunt. It generally takes me about 13, 14 hours. It takes, yeah. But it's a lot of fun. And I'm going to remember tomorrow to shake down Cordovan, see if I can get any goodies to give away. Things off the community loot list for Locho. So it'd be like, you know, pets or titles, a couple of point codes. Protesty kitty. Protesty kitty. She actually wants this. No, you can't eat the hair tie. I don't want you in the hospital again. I don't want you in the vet. No. Nope. She's like, put me the fuck down now. But look, she's got toe beans. You can't see her toe beans. See? Look at those toe beans. Look at those toe beans! If I don't let her go, she's gonna claw me. Come here. She wants to play. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna go play with the cat. Alrighty, be good. If you can't be good at it. I'll talk to y'all later.